Here we are at ISHI 32 with Logan and Neil from Leeds. How's it going, fellas?
Going great.
Wow.
That's so great. How many ISHIs has Leeds been to?
I think Leeds has probably been to about 12 issues now. I'm not sure of the exact number.
Okay.
This is my first though. So
Okay.
happy to be here.
Happy to be here. First time in Disney World too?
Second time at Disney World.
Okay.
but First time in a while.
Okay. So would you say that ISHI is like the happiest place in DNA analysis?
Happiest I've seen. Yeah, it's great.
It's been the best crowd I've dealt with for anybody in DNA. They're always exuberant to be here and doing the seminars and everything. This is a great show.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what do you do at Leeds? What brings you to every ISHI for the last 12 years?
So Leeds is a producer of forensic imaging equipment, and one of the instruments that we deal with primarily is for DNA screening, to try and make this process more efficient, more accurate, easier for the laboratory to accomplish what they need. And we have other handheld imaging devices for illumination in ALS imaging. So we have those products that are for the laboratories to help make their jobs more efficient and simple to do.
That's fantastic. So where would these apparatus be set up? Like what kind of places?
All different kinds of biological labs,
Okay.
with some toxicology, things like that. So with our ALS systems, it's really portable, and you're able to use it to scan over large areas of a surface. So if you want to put a bed sheet or a whole t-shirt, you can set that down easily and then scan the whole area to find whatever contaminants or fluids that you're looking for.
Okay. So would this just be in the field, or are these samples that you would have the apparatus set up and then people would bring you the items?
So depending on the instrument we're talking about, one of them is a lab-based system where
Okay.
you do it in an enclosed environment. It provides a large mechanical range so you can get over the big samples and be able to screen them effectively without having to continually reposition your sample. And then we do have handheld devices that can be taken out to the field easily, so we cover both ends of the spectrum.
Really? So would it be more like the state crime lab people, the police? Which group of people would be taking like that device into the field with them?
So in any case, it could be any level of crime lab, from
Okay.
federal all the way down to cities.
Okay.
Typically we're looking for crime labs that have DNA screening. So if they're getting pieces of trace evidence, looking for pieces of trace evidence on larger samples, that's the type of laboratory that we're typically involved with for this type of equipment.
Okay. And what kind of specificity do you have? I mean, how much blood do you need? How much semen? How much any of these items do you actually need to be visible?
Yeah. So just trace amounts. If you have something that's, Neil likes to tell a story of a customer who gave him a shirt that was absolutely soaked in blood, and they asked him to see if they could find any blood on the shirt, and he said, well, I can tell you right with my own two eyes that shirt is covered in blood. So something like that, it would pick it up, but it'll also pick up the trace amounts and the
Okay.
small areas to be able to differentiate it from, if you have a really colorful red shirt, this would be able to pick up the blood in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would it be able to tell you if you had a wine stain or is it that specific, or how does it know? How do you know with the apparatus what kind of fluid you're looking at?
So in the case of ALS imaging, alternate light source imaging, what they're doing in the forensic laboratories, this is more of a location device, not an
Okay.
analysis device.
Okay.
What we're going to do is we're going to be like, okay, here's your large sample. We found these trace bits here. This is a fiber. This is a contaminant, a stain. It could be as small as just very fine blood spatter or gunshot residue. And then they can take that and process it afterwards. They're either going to look at the spatter pattern or then export it to do conformational testing to actually determine what the composition of that piece of trace evidence is going to be.
Okay, so for let's say the spatter, would that maybe end up actually in a court case because like image from your apparatus, would that actually show up then in a court case and be like, we can't just do it with a photograph, but with
Yeah.
this Leeds instrument, this is the splatter, and this, we've tested these spots, it is blood,
Yeah.
that
Absolutely.
kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah, and so with our instrument, you can capture the image,
Okay.
you can annotate and measure on the images if you have a calibration set. So you're able to do all that and put your findings and annotate and your writings on there. So it could definitely be used in a courtroom. to support your evidence.
And with the presentation of images, as you were asking about, some of the things that can be used for is you can do overview images. So if you have multiple samples, you can say, here's where evidence sample A was and B was, and then show proximity of them by having the overview, and then zoom in to get the fine details to show here's exactly what A was and exactly what B was. Or in the case of gunshot residue, you can get a nice close image to use for a range determination to see how far away the shooter was from the object that's being imaged.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty powerful stuff. Do you guys ever get to find out, any of the cases that you've actually assisted with, or do you ever get to follow it through to the end, or you're just your images, your machines are out there, and then you're kind of hands off, and you don't really get to find out who got found out or who was convicted or any of those things? Or do you have any way of having a connection to that?
Sometimes when dealing with examiners, they do tell us that they've solved some cold cases or they've managed to get resolution in other cases that have come through. We don't normally get a lot of the detail as far as what those cases are.
Sure.
Sometimes there's a very high-profile one that somebody's like, oh yeah, this came through and did that. But normally it's just sort of it's the workload that goes through with the instrument. We don't get a lot of detail as far as the specifics.
Yeah. And you must have a crew that goes out, sets these up. Do you offer some sort of training to these folks who buy these machines?
Yeah,
So
you're looking at the crew right here.
This is the crew. You're the guys. Okay.
So us, along with our service department, with the instruments sold, we do provide the delivery and installation
Okay.
on site, and we do the training for the people at the laboratory on the use of the instruments that we install. So that's
Okay.
all included with the process.
ISO certified, anything like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. This
We're ISO 17025 accredited. We do calibrations on specific aspects of instruments that we provide. So in that case, if we have like one of our comparison microscopes, we match magnifications, we provide an accredited certification of accuracy. We use NIST traceable standards to support the accuracy of those the certificates that we provide. So in certain aspects, those are included with the instruments.
Yeah, very cool. So, I'm a people helping people kind of person. That's why I identify as Russell. Which Disney character would you guys identify as?
Oh, I'd probably be Goofy from the Goofy movie.
Okay.
And a bit of a doofus.
Okay. Would you corroborate that story? Is he a bit of a doofus?
I'd probably go for that one. I would probably myself go for, I can't remember the character's name. The crab from The Little Mermaid.
Oh, Sebastian.
Sebastian,
Yeah, he was
thank
on
you.
my shirt yesterday.
There you go.
Yes. He's a good matchmaker. That crab. That's awesome. I really love this technology that you guys are talking about, and I'm kind of curious because I'm a scientist myself, and I'm just wondering, do you think you could scan my pants?
We would be happy to scan your pants. But the question is, will you be happy afterwards that we scanned your pants?
I don't know.
But I would love to try this.
I swear these are clean pants right out of the laundry. I washed them myself. So here we are. This is the thing, huh?
This is a demo version of our LSV, the screening tool we were talking about.
All right, well, I just drop trowel and then just put it right on there? Or?
There you go.
Okay.
Here, let's get some of the gunshot residue out of the way.
Yes, I don't want to have that on there. Well, I swear I'm wearing clean undies and everything, so this should be okay. Let's see what happens.
We'll take a nice close look at these and see if we can find things to send off for confirmational testing.
Okay, and then you're gonna report back to me?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, here goes
right there.
nothing. Good luck, fellas.
With gloves, we'll take care of them nicely.
Logan, here I am. I'm wondering.
Yeah.
I want to get the real lowdown on my slacks.
You're never gonna believe it.
Oh no.
You found a bullet hole in your
What?
pants.
That's amazing.
Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm just kidding. This is a piece of shirt. But I can show you what we found.
Okay.
Nothing too exciting.
Oh, that's a relief, pretty much.
Good news for you, yeah.
Let's see.
Here we found just a little bit of fluorescing fibers.
Okay.
Probably just something you picked up along the way. Maybe some piece of cloth you sat on or something like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
And then we also found just get to the right one. just a little slight stain, maybe
Stain
from
of something, huh?
yeah, could be a little bit of dirt. Could
Okay.
be anything
Okay.
that got onto there.
What didn't come out in the wash?
Yeah.
I mean, you could really test some detergents.
Yeah.
Right? If
good.
you washed your clothing and then you came up to what was left over. That's good. Okay.
But for the most part, I'll give your washer and dryer a 10 out of 10.
Thanks, because I just fixed my dryer, so I feel really good about that. Well, that's awesome, and nothing incriminating then.
Yep. Nope.
Totally, my pants are fine. Can I have my pants back?
I guess. If
Or did
need
you?
them.
All right.
We're done with
I
it.
should probably wear my pants. All right. Thanks so much, Logan. All right. Have a great day. Thanks a lot.